Good morning, PhilGood.
Good morning. She's doing the feel good.
This is
She's gonna
part
feel
2
all right.
for our last episode from last week. Thank you so much for all the views, everybody who joined in and commented. We really appreciate that and shared it. We got great feedback and we appreciate you guys dearly.
We'd like to start the show by raising our cap to stopcte.org. It's the Patrick Risha CTE Awareness Foundation for sponsoring this show and our life. We appreciate them. Go to stopcte.org and check out how you can stop CTE in your community.
David is back from the hospital, as you guys can see.
I'm back. So much love and excitement to have me back in the house. I've been here the whole time. So I just took a break and went to the hospital and had them shove some more poison in my body and put me to bed at the right time, wake me up at the right time, got me back on schedule a little bit.
Did they give you Captain Crunch?
No, they gave me, wait a
Okay.
second. What's the other one?
I wonder
Cinnamon
why.
Toast Crunch. 2 bowls every morning.
With regular milk?
Yep.
Did you tell them you were lactose intolerant?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Probably not.
I don't think you did.
I told him I was allergic to Haldol.
Well, anyways, today we're going to talk about why truth and accountability still matter just as much in the healing process as the food that you eat. So, for those of you who did not see the previous episode, David was rushed to the hospital after 2 weeks of eating some, I wouldn't call it food, but you know, some people do. Things, edibles, like Captain
Bologna,
Crunch,
Captain Crunch with berries.
like
make sure you got the
ramen
berries.
noodles.
Ramen noodles, processed cheese.
Oh, that cheese looked bad. Like,
it was so stringy.
Ugh.
It makes the ramen noodles like...
no, I'm talking about those the square things that they make from
Oh,
shoe
the processed,
soles.
yeah. Well,
the one that they make from shoe soles, you know.
you know what? You put a nice, big, thick piece of real bologna and you put that cheese and you layer it with some mayonnaise that's probably made with all kinds of stuff that make me crazy too, and put it on wheat bread, because wheat bread's good, white bread's bad, right?
Especially if it's full of sugar.
Anyhow,
preservatives and emulsifiers.
Here I was taking care of myself, the land, all the animals, running a painting business that's running the painting the church. It has a deadline on it. 2 people I got to take care of in that sense. I just lost all focus to be able to care for myself. I just come back from, first of all, I did it for 2 weeks straight. Beautiful. I filmed it, showed it. Look at this. I'm eating well. And then I went to Florida. 16-hour trip where I should have just fasted. If I would have been thinking properly, but I wasn't. I was like triggered the night before. Sam, I was triggered the night before.
Hey! You think you can just bark the storm away?
Get over here by me. Thank you. By me. And I was triggered the night before, really upset, been up all night long. Told my parents they weren't going with me. I got in the car, I went and picked up the Tuckers from the airport, had flown in from Africa, and then I got in my car and drove, 2 hours, 3 hours to Birmingham, got me a room. And I was on my way, man. I've been confident as all get out, taking care of myself good, and suddenly I fell off the wagon.
Oxidative stress can happen due to a lot of things, and food is really just one of them. So this wasn't only food, but if you guys know anything about oxidative stress, then you do know that the storms that happen in a brain of anybody who was affected by trauma is really serious.
It's a chemical storm.
And then if you guys don't know about oxidative stress, then I would definitely suggest for you to look into it.
We forgot to add this. I injured my shoulder like the day before. So my mind, what did I do? Why did I act differently when I got an injury?
Well, yeah, of course. And
Does that create oxidative stress?
Oxidative stress, yeah.
So when we talk about oxidative stress, I was telling this to someone the other day. I want you to realize something. You're stressed out about things and you know it. So you know you're stressed out, your mind's, but oxidative stress shows up in a way that you don't know it. It's your body's cells that are stressed. And so you're stressed out at the cellular level, and it'll make you act like a lunatic. Not you, just it'll make me act like a lunatic. Make you act like you're grumpy or something.
So especially if you have any kind of trauma or a traumatic brain injury, you should look into oxidative stress. If you're interested, I can send you a video. It's not short but very detailed by Dr. Gordon, and he talks about it in relation
I watched it. It's
in
good.
relation to TBI, and so I would highly suggest it for anybody who's suffered from any kind of trauma.
It's more like a clinical video, but I enjoyed listening to it big time because I knew what they were talking about.
Yeah. So dietary changes can lead to oxidative stress, especially if you go from healthy to unhealthy and processed foods, and then also emotional imbalance or the lack of regulating of your emotions can also cause an increase in oxidative stress.
The fact that I'm a routine, the memory issues that I have, so waking up without fruit next to me for as long as I did had a big deal inside of me. Hey, Sam, all these little things added up to a big storm for me, and the stress of the travel, the job, all that stuff. I was a lunatic by the time I got back. I mean, I was doing good on the way there, but I was falling apart.
Yeah, you started to sound really weird on the way there.
In the evenings, I was completely
And then on the
different.
way back, every evening you were like completely just depressed and hopeless, and no matter what, has been said, nothing would cheer you up. So it was really bad.
Man, if I could get a hold of the person who messed with me. No, this is just part of it, right? I mean,
Yeah, now, do you want to talk a little bit about what your hospital visit was like? Because that's something.
Or
that
even though they
people-
were giving me poison.
Holy cow, look at that.
My gosh.
That is crazy.
Even though they were pumping me full of poison, chemicals for the brain that are not good for a brain injured person. They're giving it to me for a bipolar person. It doesn't matter how much evidence and all this that I am smarter than them even now because I can prove it medically. It doesn't matter. Take this, take this, take this. And then they feed me in the morning 2 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's just golden grams with cinnamon and sugar piled on top of it. A biscuit and sausage. They did give me eggs and bacon, pork, but it was like everything that they fed me came in a box. They told me it's all pre-made stuff. So everything they gave me was pre-made. I did take my own water, so I did stay on the alkaline water, and I kept drinking a gallon of that a day. But what it was routine. So I wasn't lost. So when I woke up at 6 in the morning, I knew I was in the hospital. So I wake up 6 a.m., walk outside, I'm in a hospital. I don't have fruit with me because I'm in a hospital. I'm in a psychiatric hospital. I know because someone walks out the talking. I mean, I look really okay compared to the folks I was staying with. But the routine helped. The medicine, it did help. They were giving me chemicals, but what it was chemicals that slowed this old brain down. It affected me when I got out in a way that I had cramps in my body and my muscles were all rigid, and I'm just now starting to come back to feeling like myself. But it was overall good for me because I slept. They gave me stuff that put me to sleep. So
How is it to be back home?
I really like being back home.
I mean, what's the difference?
You're
main
home. You're here.
difference? and I can annoy the heck out of you.
Absolutely.
And that's what you're looking for.
It's not what I'm looking for, but it's what happens sometimes. So, you know, there's things that, like, I change constantly about my behavior, things I change about my routine. If this is going to happen, then you're going to have to do this, and I do these things. So it's part of my life, and what I always get in return from either, well, it's just fruit is here. So she's the only one that's going to stick through it. Everyone else is going to desert me. What I get in return is she's going to be her, and it's going to be up to me to accept her and get, you know, I've got a CTE storm going on, so I'm going to carry all this, and I'm going to say, I got a CTE storm going on. I'm grumpy. I got a bad shoulder. I'm going to do all that. That's accountability. That's what I do in the first place. Without anyone nudging me, without anyone telling me I need to apologize, I always do that. And that's what this show is all about today. It's like, how is it that a neurodegenerative warrior deals with the mishaps and the delusions, the bad things you say? How do you deal with that? I mean, what is it that allows you to be okay? First of all, my memory. That's what allows me to, like, if I can just go to sleep and wake up, I forget what I was upset about. I'll forget what's been driving me nuts. I'll forget what delusion I was having. And I move forward. So that's how I do it. Now, I can't say that for anyone else who's got brain injuries. I don't know that they get the blessing of memory loss like that.
And then, of course, from the caregiver's point of view, that is not making anything easier, because you have no way to figure out when somebody wakes up whether or not they remember the delusions that they had, or, you know, if they're going to come back, or if they're just going to be forgotten along with all the other things that being done and said.
So it's a fine line, I suppose. I do my best to try to apologize and make it verbal, make it known, put it out there really big that, hey, I'm aware that I'm wrong in this situation. I don't, what in the world would I be doing alive and missing somebody that I can't stand, or that drives me nuts, or that it's not. That's the disease part of it. And what I like to be able to present it, it's very difficult. Once you've done all this stuff over on this side, it's very hard for Fru or anyone else to go, oh, he's so kind and sweet and thoughtful. Look at him. He does all this for me. You know, it's almost impossible. I wish that she had head injuries, that she could just forget what I did.
I do have head injuries.
Well, I'm saying
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I said.
Yeah, I wish too sometimes that I would.
Absolutely, it would be so much easier.
Blessing.
But it's a blessing that I'm the way I am and can forget. But it doesn't help. It doesn't help the person who's ill that's going through it to carry more weight. It doesn't help the individual at all to relax, to calm down, to stay positive if all they're going to do is be held up over, this is what you said and this is what you did and I can't get over it. That doesn't help. So that's part of what has to happen in the home. It's not easy. It's not, this ain't a breeze. But here's what makes things better. Evidence.
You got how many of these?
There's something. I got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. What these are 2K cameras and audio, so it picks up audio and video.
What's this repeater?
It's the
extender.
Makes the Wi-Fi bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
So from the beginning, my savior was videoing it. I was asked to stop videoing live because my enemies might use it against me. Boo-hoo, done over with now. So this right here is not something I'm going to, I'm not going to show everything live. I can't. I got to poop sometime. But me and Fru can come down and sit down and a delusion can be fixed like that. I have plenty of external hard drives full of cameras, videos and audio where I'm going nuts over the last 6 years. I mean, we videoed and recorded everything from the beginning. When we started slowing down about 1.5 years, 2 years ago of keeping the recorder going. But Fru probably has a ton of audio that we don't know about. where we just put the audio on during one of my episodes, and we have 12 hours of audio going. So there's plenty of documentation for us to use to help this community. Not saying Bethlehem, but the TBI community. So why we're doing this isn't for attention, or isn't for me to blow my mouth off to everybody, or for you to have a platform to stand on. It's to help folks. And with it being in the dark and concealed, it's a lot of weight for me to carry. It's a lot of weight for her to carry. If it's a concealed thing, then the devil can use it. All these iffies, wishies, and all this stuff it's gambling. With it recorded, there is none of that. It's there's the facts. And so I do want to be able to take this stuff out of these and focus on different episodes, like that, how we accomplished this during this episode, how she took me from 120 miles an hour going the wrong direction to what she said that made me just like this. That's what we're going to focus on. So it might be a lot of space where it's just us living our life and not going to have much to offer, but then there's going to be all the storms recorded. I'm excited about that because we can use them to benefit you.
So these are not wireless, but
no,
yeah.
They're not wireless. They're hooked up to the Wi-Fi, but you plug them into the wall.
Yeah, so for electricity.
Yes,
though.
for electricity.
So they are wireless. They just need to be charged with a wire. So like they're not connected to the internet through a wire, but Wi-Fi. And we got 5 of these little cameras that are gonna be placed into each and every room in this house, in a way where you can see everything. They also record audio, as far as I know.
Yep.
And
They have a little external hard drive spot to go in, 128 gigabytes.
So with the help of the audio, we're gonna have to answer that.
Just be patient for a second. Get back. Oh, get back. All right.
I've been waiting out here because of the rain.
Okay.
Give me just a second.
All right.
That's the mail.
Yes.
We got our mail, more supplements. So anyways, these cameras are going to be placed in the house everywhere, every room, except the bathrooms.
Get back.
And
Get back.
they are going to be placed in a way where we're going to be able to see everything and hear everything, hopefully. We'll see.
Okay. Get back. Man, what a mess. All right, buddy, thanks.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Is that Red Fox?
Mama bear. The red fox is, he doesn't dig out. Mama bear does. What is this?
I have no idea. What's that? Oh, it's probably the yoga mats.
Oh,
I got it.
okay. Welcome back to Dr. PhilGood.
We got yoga mats too for the prison.
Hey!
Exciting.
Shut up! Sit down.
Sammie's a little bit excited
Sit.
because there's a storm here and she's afraid of the storm, so she's a little bit hyper vigilant at this moment.
About like me. Just a little bit.
So, what else would you like to say about these cameras, if anything?
What I do want to mention is that we had our first subscriber. It's so funny that we fall apart and I put on all this craziness and the guilt and the shame that I feel. It's real, folks. I make it look easy. It's not easy. Saying I'm sorry, that's easy. But then also knowing that I didn't have nothing to do with it other than I've got brain injuries. And so the wrong decision here, the wrong decision there, those things are going to happen. I'm going to make bad choices just like everybody else does. But to carry that heaviness because I'm injured and have to apologize and tell everybody, I'm so sorry for this and that, that's heavy. I don't like doing it. Not because I don't like to apologize. It's because I'm talking to a brain injury community that's killing themselves because they're hopeless, because they can't get through this kind of stuff with their family. And so I do it. It's heavy, but I do it so that I can help other folks navigate through this nightmare, and I hope I make it look easy, so that it inspires them to be better. But I want to tell you that because of these cameras, I guarantee you we could have a subscription order for, I always wanted a reality show. I said it from the beginning when we met. I want the cameras on. People will pay to see this craziness.
Yeah, I don't want a reality show.
You don't want a
this is
reality
not
show.
going to be like real.
So what I am going to
real
do though
life
is I'm going to edit some things that we need. Things that
cottages.
cottages. Things that
Cuttings.
we're going to edit a series of episodes that show how to get from one thing to the next. There's plenty of times where Fru and I are head over heels in love with each other, and all this stuff is romantic. Do you know that? Like, the heavier the burden, the crazier the fight, the wilder the stuff is, the more romance that there is when it comes down to, man, we love each other. So those things are going to be things that we edit into episodes, and I believe it's going to be something that we will only give to those who are subscribers. I would like to say thanks, Karen, for being our very first subscriber. I didn't even realize that I had it where you could be a subscriber on our Facebook page. TikTok, yes, but Facebook.
Yeah, I think they started that pretty recently, alongside with the new rule that they're deleting all of our live videos. So for those of you who don't know, any live videos that we put on, you have 30 days to watch it.
Yep.
And then Facebook is going to delete it.
I don't mind that. You know why? Because now you're going to go to YouTube to get the thing, and our YouTube subscriptions and stuff should go up. Because, Facebook's only going to be here for a little bit, and then the live's gone. So with these cameras, we want to share some of our life. We're not going to share all of our life. No way. I mean, I will. As I die, I'll probably be screaming, I said this on Saturday. It's hot in here, Fru.
Is it?
But the cameras, that's a good thing. We're going to have a lot of help from it, I believe. What do you think, Fru? What's your feeling?
Well, I was going to say this about the cameras, that yes, it is David's idea, and yes, I was against it for quite a while. And I can also explain why, if that is something that's interest to anybody. Well, he presented it, like how I understood what the purpose of it was, that he wanted to use it for a movie. Now my understanding of large amount of video footages, being edited for the purpose of a movie, that was real obvious to me that then we would need to hire a person who's going to go through all of the videos. And so I clearly just was not ready for anybody seeing me, running around in my underwear in the
I want to watch,
or all that kind of stuff. So whether it's a person who I know and trust or whatever, it's just not something that I was ready to do. So I just had to make sure that we had that understanding that I am not, letting just anybody who we hire for editing our movie to watch the videos.
We're taking applications though. Anyone?
Yeah, right. So, anyways, so that was the reason. But since I've been part of the CTE caregiver support group, and I made some connections with other people who also live, in a situation like myself, be careful. I came to the realization that this works against the memory issues. So it actually, I have a friend who's already described that they had this in their house, and it helped her husband, and I was really encouraged by it, because I've seen a lot of progress, with David in the past 6 years.
David.
But the one thing that I was missing the progress with is the things that I know his memory blocks out. So knowing that we can use these safely, so to speak, so where we don't have to share it with anybody unless we edited a piece out that we both agreed that we can share it with others. I'm all for it. And for a personal use, it's totally educational, and I believe that it's gonna improve his situation and our relationship on the long run.
I'm
too.
excited
So
about it. I appreciate it.
I'm excited about it.
And you know what? I've been wanting to do it for 4 or 5 years, but I also respected that she didn't want me to do it. So I've been waiting patiently. And now that it's here, I'm going to tell you something, Fru. It feels good.
It feels good?
Yeah.
All right, doctor, feels good.
Feels good.
Okay. Well, I
Did we
would
cover
like
everything?
to encourage all the families who are struggling with traumatic brain injuries, behavior swings. It's not always emotional. Many times it is biological, or more often than not, it's the combination of emotions and biology. When I say biology, I'm referring to the food, you know.
Yeah.
The
See, when you deal with mental issues that are unseen, food can be toxic, and is a toxic thing to you. People can be toxic. Just not personalities. I'm trying to think. No, situations, stories, conversations, certain subjects.
Yes.
Can if you're talking about something you don't really like,
Everybody gets nervous,
everybody
right?
it shows
Everybody
up
gets
in how
nervous.
what they're talking, their attitude will change, the views of things. So all that stuff matters. Nothing's more important than the other. They're all something that matters.
Yeah, it's a combination of all of those things.
Food is something that you can
Control. Yes, that's what people who believe. I had this conversation not a long time ago with somebody who said, "Oh, food is everything," and I said, "No, food is not everything. Food is very, very, very important because it's one factor that you have the ability to control. You cannot control the situations that you are in all the time. You cannot control the air that you breathe. You cannot control sometimes the quality of the water that you drink, because you need to drink water. If you don't have your alkaline water, you still need to drink water. So it's not, there are factors that you cannot control or are situational, but the food choices that you make are usually something that you can control, even if you go to a restaurant or if you go to the grocery store.
Even if I was traveling to Florida and there's nothing anywhere I could get, maybe a banana every 10 stops, I could have fasted. And last night, was I hungry? Laying in bed, they feed me all the way up to 9:30. They give you a snack. You know what they give you at snack time for 2 or 3 times a day?
What?
Little
Graham
Debbie's.
cracker? Oh, Lord.
I said, woo, it's snack time. Can I have another? No, you can only have one. Oh, please. Here's
I
one.
wonder why you've been sweating through your sheet every single night in the past.
Fru,
I don't know how many
now
days
that,
now.
what I'm saying, I could have fasted. They didn't let me fast at the hospital, so I took advantage of it. They just kept saying, you're on vacation. You're on vacation. I'm like, I think my pastor preaches against wearing shorts on vacation. You got to, you're in the jungle. You got to be English in the jungle. What is it? Tea time in the jungle, folks. But Fru told me last night, I'm hungry, man. I'm laying in the bed. I said, man, I don't want a chocolate cake. And she said, we're fasting, right? You can't eat after a certain time. My Bible, or Corey's Bible, is the Brainwell program. I got a 52-page thing about every detail of what I need to do to help this program
And
work.
intermittent fasting is
And
one of them.
intermittent is one of them. And I don't mind it. Fru, I just have to get back on it. Fru had me eating at 11 and not after a certain time for a long time, but I just didn't listen to her.
Right.
Now,
I tried, but
I did more times than not. I would, I'd just forget about eating and bloop.
I mean, no, you just didn't go out at the middle of the night and eat from the fridge, as I warned you from the very beginning that that's not something that I appreciate. No matter if you're intermittent fasting or not, it's just really not good for me to go in the kitchen in the morning and find out that I don't have the ingredients that I need for the meal, next day that I'm planning to cook. So
You know something?
there are other practical reasons why I didn't want you to do that.
We now have a book that is telling me how to go to bed at night, how to work out, get a gym membership, the things that I've been missing in my life. And now I have a doctor that's saying, this is what it has to happen, and 6 months later, this can happen. So this helps me, motivates me. I appreciate Dr. DeMayo for putting all that energy and effort into doing something like that.
And then let's say another thanks to the Patrick Risha CTE Awareness Foundation, because their work helps families
Thank you,
like
Karen and Doug.
ours
Appreciate
and understand what's really going on would be not really possible without organizations such as the Patrick Risha Foundation. So if you guys want to learn more about how to respond with compassion and clarity, they have great resources on their website. So visit stopcte.org.
There's 8 things not to say to...
I couldn't find that.
It's not on there?
No.
There's, if you are a traumatic brain injury survivor, one of the stressful things about this is going to a doctor and all the paperwork you got to fill out. They have
certain things
pre-filled out for you so that you can walk in, have it all done, and it's a form that can help you in the doctor's office. So they've got all kinds of really good. Plus, they're working with legislation to help. You can help them by calling in to your governor and saying what, you go on their website and let them teach you how to help in your community. Stop
and
this.
get connected with them. That's another thing that I have to say. You don't want to necessarily just go ahead and support an organization that you don't know anything about. Karen Ziegel, who's the founder of this organization, she's been always very willing to respond to his messages, and whenever he needed
But I'm
help.
special.
Whenever he needed help, she was there.
She's been there and talked me off the ledge. Matter of fact, the day I was going to the hospital, when they came in and surprised me with a bunch of cops and healthcare people, Karen was on speakerphone at that moment.
Really?
She was with me through that whole time, and she's been like that with me when nobody knows about it. She's been there to help me.
She's a wonderful person, and we're really grateful for her.
So we thank them very much, and I look forward to sharing our story. They really respect our story and what we're doing. It helps us because they let us know we're making a difference in this community. So as it might seem ugly, bad for me to share a lot of the things that we're sharing, know that whatever it is that we share, we're doing it for a purpose greater than ourselves. I wouldn't do something to make Fru look bad. I would do something to show what Fru's going through to help someone else get through it. Those are the reasons behind what we do.
So thank you very much for watching. Follow us, share our video if you liked it, or just like it. Give us thumbs up or big old heart, whatever you like to comment on it, and let us know if you have any questions, or just reach out to us if you would like to talk to us personally. If you have any personal questions, we're also happy to respond to those privately.
I'd like to say thank you to everybody that sent me messages about how this has changed them.
Me too. Thank you guys for the prayers.
Really
Many
helpful.
of you sent very meaningful messages.
Keep
and
those
showed
messages
care
coming
and
when
love, and we appreciate
When
you
we go
for
through
that.
tough times, y'all did it, man. You helped us get through some tough stuff.
Absolutely.
With your comments. Appreciate it. Not the ones that told her to leave me. Boy, she's mad at them folks. I said, who are they? She's like, I ain't telling you, man. I don't get them.
All right. Thank you, guys. You have a good afternoon, and we'll see you later.